If it really bothers you, I'm sure Command would understand if we recused ourselves.
Command offered us this assignment as a courtesy. Their way of saying space. The final frontier. On the way back to the landing zone, I wasn't exactly tracking gear at that point.
Captain? Captain. We've got company.
3 on 6, we've got this.
Let's try diplomacy first. Greetings. My friends and I have traveled far from the north. We apologize if we're trespassing. We mean no disrespect.
We know you come from Starfleet.
Where are you taking us?
Saw that little streak in the sky. I knew it had to be a shuttle. When you serve as yeoman on the Enterprise, you become an expert.
Zach? You're alive. I thought...
Does it ease your conscience? You didn't bother to confirm it. High Lord Zachariah. They call me here. Something the same. I'm a long way from yeoman.
I'm in you men with phaser rifles probably help.
We're here now. We can fix whatever mistakes we made. I saw your message. The Delta in the garden. That's why we came.
There are people here. Adopted it as my symbol. Should have known better. It's all getting torn out tomorrow.
I understand you're upset. It must have been horrible surviving
The
your
hitch,
own.
I'd say, was about 30 feet long, and the skin was exactly like that of an elephant. Wrinkly, tough-looking.
Is it not possible, Mr. Campbell, that you're mistaken in this?
Not at all.
When all of this evidence is combined, it seems that there actually might be a large, unidentified species in Loch Ness. Monster or not, we can start to use this information to build a profile and find out for ourselves. Campbell described a beast 30 feet from end to end, with a 4-foot-high body and a wavy, narrow neck stretching 12 feet long. After years of vague descriptions and tall tales, this was the first highly detailed account of the alleged creature that would soon be dubbed the Loch Ness Monster. And just a few months later, an even more spectacular bombshell fueled Nessie fever around the world. On April 21st, 1934, London's Daily Mail published what it claimed was the first photograph ever taken of the Loch Ness Monster. Sightings of Scotland's famed Loch Ness Monster have been reported since the 6th century. But it wasn't until April 21st, 1934, that the search for the creature truly took off. And it was all thanks to this. Known as the surgeon's photograph, the picture was snapped by London gynecologist Robert Kenneth Wilson while out for a lakeside walk, and published in London's Daily Mail newspaper. The image appears to show a silhouetted figure with a long, slender neck, a small head, and a large body that's obscured by the waterline. Immediately after the photo was published, the British public began speculating on the nature of this mysterious beast. What could this photo possibly depict? Some suggested it was the dorsal fin of a dolphin or whale. Others thought it might be a submerged elephant raising its trunk to breathe.
Postage stamps that you could go and take a selfie of the very same day, where people could go and take a selfie with a big cardboard cutout of this attacking an iconic bridge. Imagine for a second, if you would, if Al-Qaeda launched a commemorative postage stamp of the Twin Towers collapsing in 57. What would the U.S. do? They might invade Afghanistan, even invade other Middle Eastern countries that have nothing to do with it, like Iraq, Syria, Libya. Of course, we can only imagine, right? That's too crazy to even imagine something like that. Here's another thought experiment, though. What would the United States do if Russia launched coordinated attacks against the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, or the Brooklyn Bridge in New York? What do you think would happen? Well, I'm from the United States. I don't need to imagine. The United States would use this as cause to invade Russia, the decapitation of their leadership, and install their own puppet government. That's exactly what would happen. Well, the shoe is on the other foot, so what will Russia do? What will they do to you?
All of the, if you will, the signals from Hollywood coming into the and I think that people need to understand that the first caller was a sense of see the first open scene. And, you know, you probably talk to all memories, but there's so much there that somebody had to have.
The water is not a wave or other associated items. I can see that there is probably a large object here. A recent study DNA was able to identify.
Sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I was being facetious and I thought that was clear.
Okay.
But also, the same is being done with you. I'd say you're strawmanning people by saying, I don't know what it is, therefore alien.
People do say that. They do
very
say
few
that.
people.
No, not few people. How many people do you interact with daily? I do, and I have comment threads. There's a whole what percent? Half, maybe. Half will say that I saw a UFO.
Activity in the housing sector remains weak, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates. Higher interest rates and slower output growth also appear to be weighing on business-first investment. The labor market remains very tight. Over the first 5 months of the year, job gains averaged a robust 314,000 jobs per month. Unemployment rate moved up but remained low in May at 3.7%. There are some signs that supply and demand in the labor